Hello and welcome to Artists Soar. This is a podcast for artists by 3 artists. We discuss all aspects of being artists, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The goal of each podcast is to provide solutions so artists can focus on their creativity and soar above. I'm Rachel Harshenko.
Jules McCullough.
Stephanie Weaver.
Every small purchase makes a big difference. A quote by Lucy Moon Company, CO. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what we do or how we're creating inexpensive, easy purchases for our customers to buy. First up, though, we always like to do a shout out and kind of go over artists that we are liking on Instagram or we're following. And today we're going over Polly Kim Art, POLLYKIMM Art. And it's a Australian woman who creates artwork from that's inspired by the Australian landscape. And she's got landscapes, aerials, figures, and other original art. But her Instagram is very active, nice, and she has a lot of nice things on there. So
check her out.
I like her bold, bright colors.
I like the landscapes. They're very, it's just colors that you wouldn't think to put in there, and they look really fantastic together.
Mm-hmm.
We're all Googling while Rachel's trying to reel us in and actually talk.
No, well, I'll just tell you. So I'm still working on my cocktails, doing a margarita. So just working on that. What have you guys been working on?
I am taking a holiday break for the next week and just enjoying the kids being home from school and Christmas and the season, and that's it.
Yeah, ditto. Yeah, just kind of, baking a lot of cookies.
Yeah, I think eating
a lot of cookies.
Yes, eating and baking a lot.
I was going to say, when this is airing, we'll probably be in North Carolina.
Ooh.
With the kids.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
Always try and rent like a big house.
Aww.
And have everyone over.
That's a neat idea. I know, so last year around Christmas time, my brother-in-law is allergic to cats. And so, we got 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 kids. So it's not exactly clean in the guest bedroom. I actually put it in my ClickUp last year to remind me to take the comforter to the dry cleaners. So this year I'll actually be reminded before he gets there and keep it in plastic so that he can breathe.
That's nice.
Yeah, it only
he lives with Claritin when he comes to visit you.
Pretty much. Poor guy. Yeah, but we've only been married, 20-something years, and I'm just now finally doing this because ClickUp is the lifesaver.
Yes, it is.
For your brother-in-law, at least.
You can breathe.
He's over there going, thanks. Other stuff that knows. Thank you for doing that.
Hey, before we dive into today's topic, I actually made a gift for the Artist Soar listeners, and that's the Art Business Checklist and Video Guide. This checklist actually outlines what you need to do every day, week, month, quarter, and even year. The purpose of it is to hopefully make your lives a little bit easier as you're defining your art business. You can go to stephanieweaverartist.com/art-business-checklist to grab that free guide now. Again, that's stephanieweaverartist.com/art-business-checklist.
So we have been talking about what we've been doing, and tell us what kind of started this, because you were asking us about something you were doing or thinking about doing. And
so, okay, I just got a studio at Low Mill. This is like my first holiday season at Low Mill. And one of the things that I noticed about people when they're walking around, all these people are very creative type people. And they're there not necessarily to buy, but to gain inspiration and look and get ideas and things like that. So they're crafty type people. And so I was like, well, what can I do for them that's crafty or gets them some sort of creative purchase that they can do themselves, type of thing. So I was trying to think of ideas that are $20 and under, because everybody's generally walking around with $20 in their pocket.
Right.
And I did the same thing like 5-6 years ago for a art show, outdoor art show. And I was just doing things that like kids could do. And for that, it was these little make and takes. And it was just little 3x3 magnets. And I pre-drew dogs on them. And had colors for pop art. So they could just do. And the kids just sat down and the parents just kind of hovered. It was great. They were not allowed to leave their kids there with me. So that's kind of along the lines I was thinking. Is like, what can I do that's a quick $20 for these people, and with ideally a $10 profit. So that's kind of how this all kind of got started. And then one of my ideas was having like a little craft box, because I'm also very crafty. Yeah, I like doing that stuff. I've got Pinterest boards out the wazoo with that. And so, yeah, that's kind of, I was like, is this a good idea? Run it by them. And run it by Julie and Rachel. And the hesitation was like, well, this kind of takes you away from your core focus.
Right.
But it's not necessarily like...
It's not a bad thing. It's just...
It's something I like to do.
Right.
But it's not what... It's something that could be quick and easy wins is what it is, without taking a great deal of focus.
Well, so you wouldn't be necessarily having a class for it. It would just be like, here's some fun projects, quick and easy, $20 here.
Well, that's something I've been debating about too. It was like, have an actual in-person coffee and create.
Yeah.
Pick a box, $20, sit down and create.
Yeah.
And chat.
I've talked about that for years and just haven't done anything with it.
Yeah. It was like coffee and create.
We did try something like that, though, didn't we? One time.
No,
was it
sort of?
We kind of did.
And that didn't go anywhere either.
No one showed up.
Yeah.
It was right before COVID, though.
Yeah.
Which probably had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, and I don't think we had like a solid direction with it because...
No, it was more bring your project and come create with it. Where you're talking about more of a project that they would create while they're there.
And you don't have to bring anything. You don't have to lug everything up.
Right.
Everything would be right there.
Because I even have a coffee pot and all that stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was one of the ideas. And then you brought up an idea.
Yeah, I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun just to do like print out a drawing on watercolor paper and be like a paint by number sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that may be another possibility of something that I could offer easily in a watercolor paint by numbers or color pencil or something like that. So
I guess I'm just asking, do you guys want to have something inexpensive that they can a customer can take and just have something from you there?
Yes.
Oh, from us that they can take and do.
So that's what started my thought on the watercolor too, was I got this one. I bought a Stampin' Up kit from a lady at a show we were at, and her freebie to me was this little gift card holder. And it got me thinking, well, I could whip up a few of these and let them be a freebie for people just to take from the studio when they stop in there. It's a free gift card holder, and I can have my name and web address and all that on the back of it. So it's free advertising for me, and it's something cute, and it could change with the seasons. I could do, a dozen or so for the holidays. I could do some for Valentine's Day,
pink and white.
Right. Birthday.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, exactly. And they'd be quick and easy little gift card holders that you just do with craft paper. Cardstock, basically. So that was kind of my thought on that is something that somebody could take and just leave with. Because the wrap card I created, they're not just going to take that and leave that. They're only going to take that if they're interested in it. This is something that I would think they would take. And I could put a fake little gift card inside it with it would be like a business card with all my information on it.
Or 10% off your shop type thing.
That's
I like that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
my online shop. Yeah.
Are we thinking about, more inexpensive ways to get our name out there, some of our work out there because of where the economy is right now?
Yeah, I think so. Because what I've noticed is people are really tightening their belts on, the little extras. And we, in some cases, like the pet portraits and things like that, that's generally a different target audience that isn't necessarily affected by the economy. But, with Christmas around, people are wanting to buy local. And with the general population that kind of is walking around, they're looking for something inexpensive. So that's what I'm thinking. And I know, Julie, you made these really neat Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm.
And those were what, $10, $15?
$13.50 for a set of 3.
$13.50, and those I think were
They are so cute.
They're not
really
selling. So I'm trying to figure out how to get those out there so people will see them and purchase them.
Yeah.
Are they on your website yet?
Are they in your studio?
They're in my studio.
They're in your studio now.
I don't know if I put them on the website yet or not. I have to look.
And Jules Y'all is coming up. I mean, I'm just wondering, I wonder if we need to revisit and talk about our seasonal sales and how it went this year.
Lessons learned at the end of the year type thing.
Yeah. I'm just wondering where this Christmas season is planning on being.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, are people planning on spending less, spending more? I mean, what are you guys thinking as a family, families?
A lot less.
A lot less?
Yeah.
Well, I know the dollar's going to go get a lot less, but we budgeted, like we have the Christmas fund fully funded. And so we're just pulling from that.
You're an anomaly though.
I know.
A lot of families don't do that.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, but it will buy less. That's for sure.
Right.
So I'm looking to buy smaller things actually because kids really don't need that.
I'm just telling you.
I mean, our kids don't need much either. And I'm looking at just getting, like JP's going to go off to college next year and he's going to study architecture. So I'm looking at things that I know that he'll need.
Right.
That we would need to purchase for college, but purchase them as Christmas gifts. Just, just put that money in a different kind of fund than the college fund.
Yeah.
Well, I know, like I went and I got just I got 2 stocking stuffers, 2 t-shirts, and a 2-pack of 3 little things. And it was like $200.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And that's like not even a gift. Those are like
stocking stuffers.
Yeah. And that's only for 2 of the 4 kids.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this is cute and this is nice. And it's like, okay.
I just really, I hate to say this, and I said it last year too, but I really wish we would start celebrating Christmas like New Year's Eve. So that way we can get all the Christmas deals after.
Right.
But I can't convince anybody in my family to do that. But I mean, it's become so materialistic.
I don't know if it's going to make a difference.
But it's just become so materialistic. I don't want... I buy gifts because I want to, and I do it year round, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Right. We do. I mean, our family's the same way. It's like our kids don't need anything, and everything they've outgrown the stage of wanting toys and this, that, and the other. But I have one that still believes. So, and I don't want her to lose that spirit.
Right.
So how do you manage that with everything else?
You saw a youngin'.
Yeah. So,
That's fun.
I
miss that.
I know. It is fun.
One of my kids, that's her love language is gifts.
Mine too.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Giving is my love language, yeah.
Exactly. And so we were talking about what we were going to do for Christmas this year. And we were all like, do we want to draw names? And we did that one year and she hated it. And so in our group text, she texted back, she goes, I have gifts for everybody. I'm like, okay. that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not huge. We're not a huge family or anything, but
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like, this is her. She's like, no, I've got everything. You know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's my favorite part about Christmas is giving to people.
Giving.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the part I miss so much from when my family was more together
Mm-hmm.
and there was more of us. Because Christmas was always so very special.
We need to do cookie cooking again.
Cookie exchange.
I know. Let me do it. Remember that one year you were working and I was in your
Yeah,
kitchen and I
that's
baked
true.
all your cookies for
That's
that
true.
year.
I know people.
And the
ask
benefit was
still-
I got to take cookies home with me.
Yeah. I know people still ask me, are you going to do cookies this year?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, you're doing them for us.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
The pinwheels, peppermint.
I forgot about
Oh
that.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Pinwheels are just,
So good.
oh my God.
And the maple or the molasses cookies.
Yes, I haven't made those in a few years. And then the fudge.
And then I've got, we need to have a baking day.
Okay, so we've totally gone down a rabbit hole.
Right?
We
I was
so
thinking
did.
that too.
We went from talking about what to be selling that's inexpensive, not just for Christmas, but year round,
I know we
to
went we're making cookies
cookies.
for Christmas.
But maybe that actually would circle around because what you could do is
So-
create like you, Rachel. Oh my gosh,
Like
your
what?
Etsy shop with the recipes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The recipes, you can create a piece of artwork like with a recipe on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And those are like $1 cards, $2 cards, whatever.
That's great. That's a great
That's
idea.
a functional piece of art.
Well, see, and I've thought about, the little Photoshop
that's a good
laminated
idea.
cheat sheets. I thought about selling those for like
Yes.
$3 in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh, your cheat sheets.
Yeah. The cheat sheet for the Photoshop thing.
Yeah, I need
that's
to make
great.
one for Illustrator. I haven't done that
I mean,
yet.
I think, and we know a couple of other people that have gone more to the print on demand and doing cards
Mhm.
and postcards. So
cards are just frustrating. They're so expensive to print. They cost me so much less, like more than half the cost of savings. Like I'm saving about 60 to 70% printing them myself on my printer. Now, granted, that includes the cost of the printer per card too,
that's
and maintenance for the printer.
Mm.
I'm a little less than $1 a card.
Julie has a really good printer,
Right.
by the way.
Yeah.
Not unlike me and Stephanie.
Yeah.
It's like
we
an
had to do.
HP.
We had to.
My husband's a little bit of a printer snob, and so when we looked at laser printers, and I have a requirement for 11 by 17, so that's really what drove it up too. But
And you and I use Printify and Canva.
but
and
I priced all those to do the cards. Cards are ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And then
does
they
it?
add the shipping on, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
It doesn't make any
it
sense.
makes zero sense.
I
I
think
even
it's
called
the
two places
ink.
locally.
Yeah.
But I think it's the ink is
I'm
gone up.
including my ink and everything.
But your ink is more expensive now, though.
I
on
know.
your
I
printer.
looked at the current.
and
I
they're
looked at the
and
current
see the thing
price.
is like Printify and Guten and all those have to upsell their ink, the card, their everything. They've got to increase. I mean, yeah, they're doing it,
It
to
should
make a
cost
profit.
them less than it's costing me because
Yes.
they are higher production.
Oh, I agree.
It shouldn't
I'm
be
not-
costing me so much. I mean, one of them was like $225 for a 5x7 folded card. And I'm like, are they freaking
One card.
insane?
And the weird thing is,
Yeah.
like, I was at Dollar Tree yesterday, just kind of looking around, and they have like a dollar section for cards.
Yeah.
How in the Sam Hill are they able to get those for $1
Exactly.
and we can't get them? She almost spit out her coffee. How in the Sam Hill?
I know. That's my point. Like these big print. I mean, I called 2 local shops. Both of them were around $2 for a 5x7 folded card. And that's not even printed on all sides.
No, I know. And your cards are really
And
fantastic.
so thank the good Lord, I have a good printer and it prints to double-sided easily now because our old one did not. Oh, it's a pain.
doing
But
the flipping, yeah.
this one flips by itself and it prints on cardstock and it was great. And I thought they turned out really cute. They're not selling. But
Put the link. Give Stephanie the link to your printer so that other people can look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Someone else may have a sugar daddy, sugar mama that will buy it.
Yeah, it's an expensive printer. I think it ended up with the cartridges like $4,000, but I put all that in there.
Dang, buddy.
Yeah. But it'll last 20 years. And we had our other one for 18.
I wonder if like your designs as an inexpensive option to sell, instead of you printing the cards, you offer the digital file for them to print their own cards.
That was one of my thoughts on my website. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually one of my things I have written down to do is turn it into a digital file.
And that I would probably actually sell $5 per digital and then let them print it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
So I know in my little shop, I'm looking at, I've got artist apparel and gifts, and that's all like $50 and under, like shirts and aprons and things like that. Mugs, $15.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else, like $20. What's quick and easy? Because all those things they actually have to order. It's all print on demand.
Yeah.
I don't have anything physically for them to take.
Right.
And I know people like the shopper's high of having something tangible.
Yeah.
Well, what if you do something like this for them with your artwork on there?
The little cards.
Just some sort of postcard.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, here, 2 for 10.
2 for 10.
Right.
I don't know.
Or 1 for 5. Or, I mean, like.
I don't know if these things would sell.
I don't know.
There's little, postcards.
Because someone might put that in a frame or whatever.
Is take a grouping of them and then mock them up on a wall in the little frames.
Get some frames and show them, and then have your basket.
Print that out big so it's on the wall where the postcards are, or wherever you're selling them. Have that print out what that example looks like, and then that would encourage them. Because I'm thinking about doing that for my octopus, whale, and stingray and narwhal, is to mock it up in a nursery.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Because, and that way they can physically see it.
Put the prints underneath there.
Right.
But even if you did something like this, because this would be cute, like, bum, 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 or, in a kitchen. I mean, your stuff would be beautiful anywhere.
Aww.
Oh, maybe that's what I should do too for this $20 and under is make a QR code for people to order the digital file of the whale or.
Yeah.
Let them print it at home.
Yeah.
And let them print it themselves.
That's a good idea. That way it doesn't cost you anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
A 5x7 or a 8x10.
I was going to do an 8x10. They can print it up they
can print it and put it in a frame.
Correct.
So it looks like we're kind of leaning towards the DIY print it yourself type stuff.
Yeah.
As inexpensive options.
Right.
I know you like to do your crafts and everything, but I'm like Julie, part of me wants to say, leave your art studio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Or, because then you're like, okay, what does she do? Oh, and she has some little craft items over here.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in Yule Y'all, $20 is $20.
Yeah.
Right.
And Yule Y'all is just a weekend that the little mill does to.
Like the first Saturday of December.
Right.
Yeah, to do Christmas shopping and all that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely like that idea of the digital stuff for you all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have that all set up by then.
Trying to think what else we could possibly do. If you listeners have any ideas, $20 and under, send them our way.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to know.
I know.
The thing is, even a print. I mean, you're not getting a print for
$20.
No, not even from the cheapest Printify.
No,
anything.
Really not.
Well, seeing like our studio where it's 3 of us, I'm wondering if they would be game to kind of switch things up for the holidays and have the $20 and under wall and 50 and under, 100 and 100 and under.
You're doing that.
Yeah, I've got 2 walls above the windows that I've got signs for. It says $100 and less. Grab it now, type thing. And those are just little 6x6 original paintings that are like my practice paintings.
Okay.
And
But they're originals.
yeah. But I don't
For $100.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, that's what I figure. And I'm ready for them to go to a home. So $100 and less.
Yeah.
And most of them took me less than an hour.
Well, some of those apples started with a 5-minute warm up.
Yeah. Yeah. The apples were like a 5-minute or 20-minute warm up. So, yeah. So, I mean, I think it's a good.
Yeah. I think it's a great deal.
I think it's a great gift.
Those are really good.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're stuck. And it's like, is it just because big art is not selling? Is big art selling?
Right.
Not big art, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Well,
are your pricier items selling?
And I think it just really kind of depends on the market. Like I said, with low mill, those people are mostly just milling about.
Yes, they really are. They're not, a lot of them are not there to buy.
Right.
They're just there to
look and spend their day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times a week when I'm there on Wednesdays and Fridays that I've got people coming in that are, just walking around, trying to get some exercise. I had a guy that comes by every time he's going to Nashville or to Birmingham. He stops in at Low Mill and walks around. I just want to walk around and see what's going on. Like, not there to, like, rarely it seems like people are there to buy.
Yeah. I see, like, the little kids and stuff. They're the ones, and I think their parents are there just to entertain them. There was a group, I was telling Rachel about this earlier. There was a woman with 3 like teenager-ish girls and a little kid who was probably about 2 or 3.
This made me cringe, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I was so just like, because the little kid was running around and like she grabbed. I have tolerance for my kids, not other people's kids. So just kind of FYI out there. But yeah, it's like she grabbed the little bear that my mom made, and this bear is for sale. It's like $45. It's her own copyright. It's an art bear. Anyway, so this little girl grabs this bear, starts, taking it around the studio, moving my blankets around, doing all this stuff.
See, Julie's cringing too.
She goes up and pokes at a painting, and I'm like, and
almost
it wiggles.
knocks it off the wall.
It wiggles, and be careful. And and then her mom kind of wrangles her up just a little bit. Anyway, I'm like cringing.
First off, you don't even know she has clean hands. And the bear
and if that bear
white.
touches the oil floor, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I am cringing about, is because it is almost near impossible without a good washing in a washing machine to get the oil out. You can get it out.
Yeah.
I've gotten it out of my daughter's white pants, but.
Well, yeah, and she I have a white blanket that was, all folded up the way I wanted it on the Shea Lounge, and that hit the floor, and I was like, I was so pissed. So like, you don't do this anyway. But my purpose to all that is like, I'm watching how these people are reacting, and they like these paintings that I was doing of Monet Mouse and Vincent Van Mouse. Van Mouse. And so the mom was like, asking her daughters, who is the artist that painted this, the Starry Nights. And so they're like, talking about that. And so when I'm looking at how they're interacting in my studio, I'm thinking they're here to learn. They're here to practice what they're thinking and what they want to do. They're not necessarily, and they were engaged in my stories about the art.
Right.
But,
and see, that's what I've found too, is like the people aren't there to necessarily purchase. They're there to gather knowledge, practice what they've learned in regards to reading and seeing art, So
that's what I'm thinking, is like, how can I use this?
Well, and
that's why I like the craft thing.
Across the hall from a very talented artist.
We gotta showcase her. Yeah.
Yes, we need to.
We'll do her next.
Yeah.
But her work is very different, very dark.
It's based on nightmares that she had as a kid.
And I am in awe at the number of people that love and adore her work.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. I mean, her work is really good. It's amazing. Like she just.
But people talk to her about it because it's so different. They're right. And they talk to her, not necessarily buy it though.
Right. No, exactly. That's my point. It's like they're really into this work and they love it, but they're not necessarily buying it either.
So it's like, what can you do to convert them into buyers? That
has been my struggle at the mill.
And I'll tell you, like, Jim has been in there too, Solomon, and he's sold bigger pieces. Mm-hmm. He thought he would sell more prints.
But his pieces are priced low compared to original art because it's photography.
Right.
Correct.
But
what was interesting on that, though, it is his bigger pieces. So people are like, I think they're still like fixing homes and redoing a room or whatever. And they're like, they can see his pieces like over a couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like my pieces or your pieces or whatever, you kind of need like 3 of them or, to make a wall or area.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's why you need to make the mock-ups.
I like the mock-up. Yeah, that's what I was going back to. I really like the mock-up ideas.
Yeah, because if you think about what we had to do with Etsy, we had to do 9-10 images, each one showing like how it would appear in a room.
Right.
That's effectively what we're talking about right now.
Right, exactly.
Is showcasing like you got one piece and then maybe you have 5 images underneath to show what it would look like in a particular room.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is maybe I redo my wall that, okay, here's this dollar value, here's this dollar value in little groupings, and take some of my stuff down, store it behind in the storage area, and as stuff sells,
rotate it out.
Yeah.
Oh, but your wall looks so good right now.
I know.
Sorry. I think I would just rather see the mock-ups up there.
I know, but I don't have room for that.
Well, I mean, they could just be mock-ups.
What I'm thinking about doing is just maybe doing a ring with laminated mock-ups on
That's what I was thinking. So they could flip through literally and like have the, what is it? The thing that clips onto like your waistband that you slide to get into
cantilever.
The little
really that's the name of it.
The little it's got your card key on it and it just retracts. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah, one of those.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, try and stick one of those on the wall with a little flip through thing so they can pull it down and it snaps right back.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, that's not what I was thinking. Maybe it's not that.
You're Googling. Oh, what's the name of that
Googling, but
thing?
that's not what it is. It's the you use it for hiking and stuff.
Carabiner is what you're thinking of, but it's not carabiner. It's the thing that you put your card,
that's what I was
your ID and your card reader on.
Yeah.
If you're not going to wear it around your neck, you put it on this little thingy on your belt. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and it makes that noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what it's called. Zit zit.
The little zit zit thing.
I know.
It's funny. I don't know how you got a carabiner out of cantilever. Like, well, I don't know where our brain is, but yeah.
So. Anyways.
But yeah, that might be a neat thing.
Yeah, that might be a neat idea too.
I wonder if anybody's tried that.
I have no idea.
I don't know. And then,
or put it on the TV and have it rotating.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a really good idea. I could do both ideas.
Yeah, and I've got a monitor that I could hook up to my.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Love that.
I would put it on the TV.
Yeah, because you think about it, you've already made those mock-ups.
Right. It's just a slideshow.
Yeah. Love that. And then they can even turn the TV around and have it face outside, maybe.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, when no one's doing a class or anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So anyway, you're welcome.
I like it.
Let us know what you guys are doing. Are you doing anything for, I don't know, for different price points, lower price points, or are you making higher price points to cover your costs? Yeah, what are you guys doing this holiday? Let us know, comment, and until next time. Thanks for listening to Artists Soar,
a podcast for artists by artists. And if you have any questions, feel free to email us at hello@artistsoar.com.
And be sure to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so that you can get more of us and we can bring in some sponsors to help you and help us.